Welcome to the Weekly Course of Action Week 8. I'm Gwen Bortner. This week I want to talk to you about a quarterly review. And the reason this topic is on top of my mind is for two reasons. One, a week or two before the end of the quarter is the perfect time for the quarterly review, and I'm going to be doing my quarterly review this week. Now, what is a quarterly review, you ask? Well, it's probably pretty much what you think it is. It's a review of all of your business activity for the previous quarter. It's a chance to look at what's been happening, see what's going on, try and make some decisions about what's coming up for the future of your business. Now, the other thing about a quarterly review is it's just a perfect runway into the next quarter. By looking at all of the data from the previous quarter, you can make really informed decisions about what you want to do for the next quarter. Now, how do you do a quarterly review? It's actually not very difficult. The first thing you want to do is block out some time. I generally block 2 to 4 hours for each of my quarterly reviews. And during that time, no phone, no email, none of those distractions. Just focus. The things you want to focus on are your numbers for your business, your sales, your finances, all of those kinds of things, and comparing them to what you projected or what your goals were for that same time period. It's also a time to look at your projects and see how far along are you on the projects that you were trying to do during this quarter. Are you on schedule? Are you falling behind? Are you ahead of schedule? All of those things are really important pieces of data. Now, also during the quarterly review, I do a SWOT analysis. Most of you are probably familiar with that term, SWOT analysis, but if you aren't, SWOT stands for S, strengths, W, weakness, O, opportunity, and T, threats. And for each of those, I spend a little time answering what are, fill in the blank. So what are my strengths? What has gone well in the business? What do I need to be leveraging as I move forward? What are my weaknesses? What are things that I need to change or get some help with because they're not going nearly as well as I'd hope? What are my opportunities? Where are some new ideas that are coming out or new partnerships that maybe I can be forming with others either in my industry or outside of my industry? And what are my threats? What's preventing me from reaching my goals and doing the things that I really want to try and accomplish within my business? I take all of that information and I start pondering it for the next few weeks before I set my goals, which is what I'm going to start talking about next week. So what your call to action for this week is to first schedule time for your review. Now, that, like I said, should be 2 to 4 hours. And if you put it on the calendar, it's more likely that it's going to get done. Your second call to action is after you've done your review, if you have questions or issues or problems that you're just not sure how to solve, but you think we might be able to address during a weekly course of action, just hit reply to this email and send them. That gives me great information that I can provide, and I am happy to address it in a future weekly course of action. So I look forward to talking to you about goals next week on the Weekly Course of Action. We'll see you then.